Hi guys, it's Andy from mcfcfantv. Welcome to this sort of like quick review of tonight's game. Man City 5, Southampton 2. It was an end-to-end game. I'm sure everyone would agree. I'm sure neutrals watching would look at that and go, nah, that was a good game to watch. Loads of incidents in there, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But 5 goals, conceding 2, a bit sloppy, but score 5, 3 points. It's not going to change. We don't get any extra points for the goals. So as it stands, that's us back to 14 points clear. But let's see who is on, and we'll quickly go through tonight's performance and have a chat about John Moss and VAR. I mean, it's absolutely appalling. It really is. Lewis Yates is on. Viva La Mahrez. He was brilliant tonight. Really, really good. Very happy. Great game. Great performance. Dupes is on. How are you, mate? What a win. Also robbed of a pen. Well, yeah. I think there were 2 incidents with pen. Sinky has really improved. I thought he had a so-so first half, but he was definitely really, really good in the second half. Dupe, we don't need pens to win like United. We actually score goals. Pado Oaks is on. How are you, mate? Some very worrying performances from Walker and Laporte in defence, as well as Torres when he came on. Like a regular game time, he's showing up big time. Didn't think they were that. I didn't think Walker was that bad. Didn't think Laporte was that bad. Torres was a little bit hit and miss because he was in front of goal, should have scored or at least got it on target. But I didn't think Walker and Laporte were that bad personally. But it's all about opinions. SOS VAR is a joke. What even is the point? We'll get on to that. Ghost Degrades is on. Firstly, VAR is a joke. 2 worst decisions made in a single match. Can't write the stuff, but let's appreciate we won the match despite this controversy. I think that's what Pep was trying to say in his post-match interview. Hi, Sean. How are you, mate? Great win. It was a good win. Charlie Everett. Hi, guys. Really strange game, that. But in the end, 3 points. On to Fulham now. Absolutely, Charlie. Agree with you. Another VAR controversy in the Barca game as well, is the. I haven't watched it, though, I believe Messi's goal was phenomenal, but then missed the pen. Alan's on. How are you, mate? Hi, guys. Thought it was a good win. First half, we were poor, and Southampton with a better side in the first half. We were a lot better in the second half. Defence was shaky tonight. Yeah, it wasn't the best, but then if you're going to keep swapping and making changes, you've got to expect that. Goes to Grace, Charlie Everett. Anthony Taylor was the ref in the Barca match. Oh, well, there you go. Ref was poor, but I look at the performance. Dre P is on. We still look shaky defensively. Mahrez was excellent. May his form continue. We'll talk about Mahrez. Michael Feeney, how are you, Michael? Hi, Andy. A bad old night in Dublin, wind and rain, but so happy with the win tonight. We did what we had to do, and it's hard after a defeat to neighbours, only 2 and a bit days ago, and to go again, absolutely. And it's very, very windy here, mate. It's not raining, but it's very windy. So stay safe over there, buddy. And interesting, you say, on there, it's a win. We did what we had to do. Well, we did. We scored 5 goals in a game. So can't do much more than that, can you? Noah's on. How are you, mate? Hey, guys, good win for you guys tonight. I wasn't too happy on money when Leeds got beat 2-0 because it was my birthday. It's your birthday? When's your birthday, mate? Best game I watched in a long time, says Sean. It was a good. I'm sure the neutrals thought it was a good game. Happy birthday, yeah. If it was your birthday today, Noah, then happy birthday, buddy. Charlie, has anyone seen that Messi goal? I was setting this up and I was listening to it on Talk Sport, and they were saying what a goal it was. Credit to Southampton today. Thought they were really good. I thought they were very good today as well. Noah, happy belated birthday, mate. Yeah. Charlie, a goal from heaven from Messi. Happy birthday, Noah. Sorry about your loss versus West Ham. Abdallah says, happy birthday, Noah. There you go. Evening, everyone. Andy, Leonard, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. Sorry, big jump there. Abdallah says, great win. 1 game at a time, 1 step closer to the title. Absolutely. Can't complain. 3 points and 5 goals scored. Nice to see Aguero get some more minutes. It was. Viva La Mahrez, or Mahrez, says Alan. Charlie says, DZ. Yes. I'm sure they'll be on at some point, or maybe with Tom tomorrow night. 7 years since my father passed. That was for him. Hope you're smiling, big man. Sorry we couldn't beat the Rags forever. They're always bleed blue. Yeah, sorry about that, Scott. And yes, there are other people who we know who have lost people today. Well, not today, but an anniversary of things. So to everybody who's lost anybody, keep your chin up. The jury's still out on Torres. You reckon? He's not really seen a great deal of him, have we? That's the problem. Sorry, Paul says, didn't see the game live. Seen the goals and the dodgy VAR decision. Looked a very entertaining game. Players rested, and good to see KDB playing better tonight. Yeah. Again, I didn't think Kevin De Bruyne was brilliant. I'll be honest with you. But, at the end of the day, he got 2 goals. We need to go back to get clean sheets ready for Golden Glove. Need to be more solid in defence. I think with a lot of changes, Abdallah, that'll happen between now and the end of the season, with games coming thick and fast, with the likes of the Champions League coming up, with the likes of the FA Cup and then the Carabao Cup final. I think we'll see quite a lot of rotation from Pep. So, there's always going to be times when the defence gets messed around and rotated, and not always what we all believe is the strongest defence. But these things will happen. I still think he'll get the Golden Glove anyway. So happy for Mahrez. A very good game for us tonight. 2 very good goals. They were very good. I thought tonight he did things that we don't normally see him do. Yeah, what a brilliant game he had tonight. Good result, average performance, says Neil. Yeah, you can't say it was a great performance, but at the end of the day, it's like anything. If we're going to pick holes in Man City when we scored 5 against who I thought was a very decent attacking Southampton team, they look quite dangerous. Then it shows you where we are, doesn't it? If we're picking holes in those teams. Incredible what Pep said about the VAR decision. He did. Solid correction. Paul says, only City could not play that great and still banging 5. Totally agree with that, Paul. Lassie blows on. How are you, mate? Hi, everybody. I was so nervous. Now so relaxed. You cheeky Alan Mahrez. There you go. Joseph Beatty's on. Not spoke to you for a while, mate. What's your opinion on the pen we never got? We're going to talk about that as we go through each particular goal, mate. That shot from Coleman was good. Hope we'll get some of rhythm soon. We need him. I think we will. I think he'll be introduced gradually, bit by bit. Hi, Andy. Where's Chris Baker? He's having the night off, mate. So he's not around, unfortunately. Alan said, did you hear what Pep said about players who don't have a long-term view for the club, don't perform? Will be sat on the bench. Message to Sergio Mendy and Laporte. Well, Laporte played. Sergio came on, and so did Mendy. So I don't know whether it's those 3 players. Guardiola said that Hassan Hudson, that he liked it when they came out and played rather than sitting back. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Mahrez over Sterling. Oh, come on, stop. I mean, that's barking mad. Mahrez over Sterling. What, is that it now? Is everyone going to be a Sterling hater? I think people have very short memories. As long as Mahrez continues, I think Mahrez has played the last 6 games, and only Diaz and Ederson have played them, and he's playing very well at the moment. But to then say Mahrez over Sterling, come on. Mahrez has not scored anywhere near 31 goals, but he played brilliantly tonight. Thought Southampton played better than United. I thought they were very good tonight, very adventurous, but maybe that was the problem. Laporte's not sat on the bench all the time, Alan, mate. They get rotated with Stones. Yeah, I agree with that. James says, Mahrez, love Mahrez. You love Mahrez, do you? Do you think City will get credit they deserve if and when we win the league? Will usual press people try and play it down? Of course they will. Paul, I don't know. Honestly, mate, I don't. Do you honestly believe we'll get the credit we deserve from the press? Never in a million years. Here come the Mahrez fans. Yeah, they all come out when he has a good game. Kamal, what was more worrying? VAR not giving the pen or Hinchcliffe saying there was no contact. Yeah, that was disgusting. I mean, I think we were chatting on Twitter, weren't we, Kamal? It was quite frightening. Charlie says Mahrez is so inconsistent. I would agree overall with that comment. However, I think he has been pretty consistent the last three, 4 games. Thought he's done quite well. Tonight, I thought tonight he was fabulous. Really, really good tonight. Dudley Lewis, hi Blues, how are you? Joseph says, Pep has soft spot for Southampton. I believe he has a crush on Nathaniel Redmond. Definitely not Dupes. Mahrez is terrible, inconsistent. There you go. Metal Booney 64. We love Mahrez and Sterling and the Blues. Good. Well said, mate. We love them too. Stones, Cancelo, Rodri, Sterling, all rested so fresh for the weekend. That's got to be good. It is when we play Fulham. City, says Dupes. Does City need to score first? Is that for the weekend or for tonight? Just giving Mahrez some love because he gets lots of hate and criticism. Well, we only give him criticism when he's not been good, mate. I think if you watch the last few post-match stuff, I mean, I've certainly been one in the past when I think Mahrez has been poor, and I've called him out for being poor. When he's been inconsistent, I've called him out for being inconsistent. But I've given Mahrez a lot of credit over the last few games, and certainly tonight, though he's very, very good. Nothing wrong with calling out players. I mean, we'll talk about Bernardo. We seem to play so much better with Foden, Bernardo, and the side tempo goes up. Well, okay, Kamal, I'll ask you the question. Did you think that at half-time? So I thought we got to half-time, and I'm thinking that was pretty inept up front. I thought the midfield was average at best. So I didn't see that tempo in the first half whatsoever. I thought it was very slow, if I'm being honest. But Foden, man of the match, you reckon? He got it, I think, on Sky. Worst refereeing I've seen in a long time, said Daddy. It was appalling. Mingyu Wong's on. How are you, buddy? Hope you're well. Duke says Bernardo is important in our team. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is. I still think he needs to do a hell of a lot more, I'll be honest with you. He is coming into form, but I think he needs to do a lot more. Mahrez has played well the last month. Yeah, I agree. He has, definitely. I mean, he's played 6 games now on the run, and only Diaz and Edison have done that. Bonjour, hashtag GOG, hashtag haircut, hashtag bellend, hashtag delicious. Ross is on. He's probably on the train going to work in Melbourne. John Walters, hello, was a bit scatterbrained in this game, but Sniffles is happy with the result, and so am I. Very good. Leonard, at the moment, false nine works better, possibly, but there'll be times when we'll need a proper striker. Bernardo, hashtag haircut. Hope KDB has confidence has been boosted, says Dupe. Yeah, I don't think he's still at the top of his game, if I'm honest. Evening, Goodwin, says Ocean Rage. How are you, mate? Kamal, yeah, first half was definitely very slow. Second half, Foden played centrally. We looked somewhat, well, you're talking about Foden switching his thing there. And I agree. I think when he went centrally, definitely we looked a lot better. I love KDB, but he is City's Hollywood star, become a luxury player, and sometimes feel like playing with 10 players. Let me know if I'm wrong. Okay. He scored 2 goals tonight. Mahrez scored 2, and everyone's saying Mahrez is wonderful. Kevin De Bruyne scored two goals tonight. And did he get an assist as well? I might be wrong. Maybe not. Scored 2 goals. And now he's a luxury player. I'm not having a go at you, Lassie. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say on it. Choo, you're on the train, Ross. There you go. Addy says that clear Foden penalty. That's why we need refs to come out and explain the decisions, because that was disgusting. It was appalling. I mean, you only have to listen to what Graham Souness said, and he just turned around and went, where were they? Making a cup of tea? Was it a tea break or something? What was going on? I mean, because that is the only thing you've got to look at is John Moss, did he make a mistake? Was it a clear and obvious error? Absolutely. And when you see the replays of the tackle on Sky, slowed down and everything, which VAR get, how, and that was Souness's point, how they can possibly say that is not a penalty is beyond belief, really. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. You can only, and the problem being now is what you'll get is like us as City fans and everything else. You'll start saying there's an agenda. there must be an agenda against City. Even though there's been lots of other VAR. I'm not saying there is or there isn't, but I'm saying what you'll get now is you'll get people going, well, there's an agenda. There must be a clear agenda against Man City, because there wasn't just that. The Laporte one we didn't see back. I mean, for me, and Vestergaard went down, it was like watching Mo Salah. I mean, an arm comes across and suddenly he jumps backwards. It's like, oh my God, the size of you. And you've just jumped 2 feet in the air and gone backwards. I mean, what's that all about? But they gave it. And then the push in the back on Gundogan. And Gundogan's looking at John Moss going, what's that all about? And then John Moss going to Edison and going, it's 5-2. Just, shh, calm down. It's 5-2. Like that means anything. No, it is bizarre. It's bizarre. It really is. If only we did this against Leicester. Yeah. Let me just go. Big, massive jump there where I was wittering on. Chris is on. Evening, Andy Blues. How are you, mate? Hope you're well, Chris. Hey, Mingy Wong. Hi, Chris, says Charlie. Paul says, imagine having KDB at 60% right at the moment, and he's still better than most of the league. I agree. Hey, SOS, and hey, Charlie, and Kamal. Kamal says, KDB was much better today. Yeah, I thought it was all right. I thought it was okay. I won't go overboard. I don't think he's anywhere near his best, but got 2 goals, at the end of the day. 2 goals, Foden 2 goals. Huh? 2 goals, Foden 2 goals. No, 2 assists, Foden. I think that you meant, Charlie. We was not great before the first goal. Ross says, I think KDB had to go. Does he really deserve to be in this team? Apart from all his assists and the 2 goals tonight, what has he done? Yeah, I think he has to go, hasn't he? You said Foden 2 assists. There you go. How are you doing, Chris? Says Mingy Wong. Hi, Chris says goes to the grades. Mal says, seems to me that Torres' confidence has been damaged in recent weeks. Early to say, mate. We've hardly seen him, have we, Kamal? That's the thing. We've hardly seen much of him. The officials are total ball sets when we play. Be right back, guys. No problem, Dupes. Chris says, I'm good. Thanks, Mingy Wong. How's you? Hi, Chris says, Dupes. Hey, Ghost. Paul Stando says that penalty was a shocker. Absolute shocker. Leonard, fingers crossed. KDB's good performance overall. Joseph says KDB is still one of the best active midfielders. SOS says Ross Evans don't think he's done anything since we signed him. Done nothing, has he? That Kevin De Bruyne fella. John Moss is not a rolling stone. Flash out of the ref a bit. Got to be careful, Annie. That's the problem. Ocean Race. You do that, you get a ban and a big fine, and it brings the club into disrepute. And the owners don't really want that. But I think what Pep said tonight was very subtle. But anybody watching it will know exactly what he was meaning. But they can't pin something on him. So I think he was quite clever tonight. Paul says, "What did Laporte actually do wrong?" I don't know. I don't know. People were saying about Laporte, and I didn't think he did much wrong tonight, if I'm honest. But hey, let me just see what else. Alana said, all ref had to do is go to the screen, absolute. But they don't. They're reluctant to do it, aren't they? SOS, absolute garbage. The guys like 6-7 went down so easily. We'll talk about the Vestergaard penalty. Pep rants about the ref and VAR will be out soon on the embargo, lads. Yeah, I read something before about, well, I think it's already out, Charlie, from journos. I think Simon Pajowski tweeted something earlier with what he said about it, but I don't think he'll say anything untoward that will end up getting him a fine or a ban. And, agree with you on the Vestergaard penalty, Andy. Yeah, it's nonsense, but it is what it is. He's got a lot of mingy on, but he's okay. Take a look at Laporte Insta. Adis says, Paul, extremely soft pen, but it was like, meh, it happens. Then the Foden one happened, and I was just disgusted. Andy, Lafayette, Southampton play dies, they give a pen, and Foden stays up, no pen. Well, that's the thing, mate. And that's the thing. I think we all want players to stay on the feet, don't we, where possible. But that is the problem. That's the dilemma. That's why you've got your likes of a Mane, a Salah, Bruno Fernandes, other players like Aubameyang and Lacazette and these players that just throw themselves to the floor on the slightest little touch. And it's horrible, horrible to watch because it's just cheating. But the problem being is that when refs don't give the benefit of the doubt to the players who try to stay on the feet, then of course players are going to go down. And I think Lescott and Sooner said in the studio, didn't they, if that was 1-1 in a very tight game and Foden didn't go down, and as it turned out, didn't get a penalty, then I'm sure a few of the players will be having a quiet word in his ear, or a very strong word in his ear, to say to him, why didn't you go down? What's that all about? But he's such an honest lad. He's a young lad trying to make his way in the game. And he's trying to do the right thing, which is try and stay on his feet, even though his foot's been taken about that much away from him, which is absolutely clear now on the video replay back. And he's trying to do the right thing, but don't get anything from it. And is it any wonder? So referees can't complain. This is the thing. Referees can't complain about diving. They can't complain. They can't say, oh, my job's really hard and blah, blah. They've got VAR, which there are 2 or 3 people at Stockley Park who can watch something on all different angles. So they can't complain about it when a player tries to stay on his feet and be honest and gets nothing from it. They're creating the problems themselves. And until VAR and the referees start going, let's say tonight John Moss goes, like the Vestergaard one, looks at an incident like that and goes, yeah, did his arm touch him? Talking to the VAR, did his arm touch him? Well, yeah, it sort of glanced his shoulder. Was it enough for him to go 2 feet in the air and backwards? No. Right, okay, I'm going to book the player, and it's a free kick to Man City. And that's it. That will stop these type of events. Riyad Mahrez, Mo Salah, throwing his hands up in the air like he's been shot and diving 5 feet when he's literally a glance of his shirt. Was it enough to make him do that motion even if he's running? VAR, no, it wasn't. Right, I'm booking him, and it's a free kick to the opposition. That's the only way they'll stop this cheating. And then maybe players will start trying to stay on the feet like Foden did tonight. But if they don't and they get nothing from it, is it any wonder why players dive at the slightest touch, which is basically cheating? But it's the only way that it seems that it can get penalties, free kicks, things like that, because the refs and VAR are so incompetent. And it's just ruining the game. It's absolutely ruining the game. But, Paul says VAR has just made shit refs even more shit. Well, yeah, because they've got that fallback, haven't they? Well, VAR agrees with me. It was a no penalty. Well, both John Moss and VAR tonight have been shown and proven to be completely incompetent. One as a referee, and 2 as a VAR system with 2 or 3 people looking at the same thing. That either shows collusion towards against Man City from the VAR and the officials, or it shows complete incompetence, or just totally we have to back what the ref says because don't want to make him look bad. Garbage, absolute garbage. And what tonight has definitely proved is that VAR is incompetent. The people, not the system, not the system. The system is absolutely fine. It's the rules and it's the people running it are incompetent. And it's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Right, let's get on to the first goal tonight. Well, Zinke played a lovely ball. I made some notes as the game was going along. Zinke made a great ball into Foden. Foden's shot, good save. But who was there? Man on the spot, Kevin De Bruyne, thankfully. Hit it in off the underside of the bar. 1-0 City. And then, obviously, we've got the penalty against us. And I must admit, first reactions were, really? Well, it was the way he jumped backwards. And I'm thinking, no, he must have really tugged him or something. I didn't see that. But watch the replay and I'm thinking, I still haven't seen it. Where's this? Did we see a VAR? I think it went to VAR, I believe. Maybe somebody can correct me. I think it went to VAR for the penalty for Southampton. I'm thinking, well, come on. Anybody else notice tonight we didn't see any VAR replays? We only saw Sky Sports replays, but didn't see any VAR replays like they have done in most games, or a lot of games, not all games, but and all incidents. But I don't remember seeing anything from VAR tonight. So they're pulling back, and I'm thinking that doesn't look like anywhere near enough to the size of him to jump in the air and go back. But anyway, gave it. Good evening, Jacket Man, and everybody. Hope you're well. Soft pen, said Joseph Beatty. We rarely, if ever, get replays. Clear, obvious pen all day long. Clear, obvious pen. Mingy, one you're talking about the Vestergaard one. I don't know. I only saw the two replays, which were from the same angle on Sky Sports. Now, I'll tell you what, Laporte has got to have a seriously strong left arm to pull the likes of Vestergaard off his feet, 2 feet in the air and backwards. He needs to get to Hollywood. Look, aim at Laporte. He should be the new Terminator because there's no way anyone could pull a play like that. But the channel I watched didn't show a replay of the sad. No, didn't show it. Stevie Raxall's on. Hi, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, good. Thank you. Hope you're well. There was a bit of wind. Oh, it's a bit of wind, was it? Is that what it caused it? It was probably windy tonight. Why did Moss go to the monitor for either pen? No idea, Shedders. Absolutely. They were encouraged not to do that when it first came in. Whether that's still the same, because the problem being is we have no idea what the rules are because nobody from the PGMOL, nobody from the Refs Association or anything like that come out and tell us. They don't tell us. They want to hide away in their little groups and everyone covers everybody's back. What you get are decisions like tonight. 78 on stream tonight, only 32 likes. Give it a thumbs up. Yeah, give it a thumbs up if you want to. Ali says, Laporte in the gym every day, focusing hard on that left arm, lifting cars. Well, he'd need to lift cars to make Vestergaard do what he did. They equal most pens given against a home team in the Premier League era, cheating refs. There you go. Joseph thinks that was quite funny, Charlie. You get a feeling the FA have said to Ref City don't need pens. It comes that way. I was seeing that pen claim when Foden went down. Oh, right, okay, the pen one. Yeah, we're not got onto that. We're talking about the Vestergaard, the 1-1, which was Ward-Prowse, not a particularly good penalty, and nearly hit Ederson's foot. But it was 1-1, and it was like, here we go. We've not been playing great, but our first attack, we've scored. Then all of a sudden we get that, and it's like, what's this all about? 1-1. But on to the Foden incident. I mean, it's just baffling. I know we've spoke about it a little bit, but it was just at 1-1. It was absolutely baffling. It really, really was. And you've got to think. I'd love to be a fly on the wall to hear what Pep said to Foden in training tomorrow or the next day or whenever about the penalty. I mean, and we know Foden came out afterwards saying he just couldn't understand why it wasn't. It was a clear penalty as far as he was concerned. He took his foot, and I think replays shown that. I posted it on Twitter and everything else, the video of it and replays, and how it isn't a penalty. I have no idea. I'm clueless. I'm absolutely baffled why it wasn't. But Andy Inchcliffe, who normally is pretty okay on commentary, but I thought tonight he sounded like a bit of a dick. He was like, no, I don't think there was any contact there. I don't, if you don't call something if you don't really see it. And I don't know why he said that, but him and Tyler tonight, I thought were a bit garbage on the commentary overall. But let's see what you think. Jacket Man says, it looked to me like the Port just held his arm across Saints player, the player that made the most of it. VAR, a continual joke. Yeah, that was on the wall, the penalty. Could win City today, I hate to say it, but you've won the league, says Liverpool forever. Well, there's still games to go, mate. We're City fans. We don't take anything for granted. It wasn't like it was just one penalty opportunity. We could have had a few tonight. That's what makes conspiracy theories start making sense. And this is it. What it does is when you see things like that, it starts creating that thing. I'm not into all that nonsense. And I've spoke to journos And even they laugh at it, honestly. Some of the decent journals even laugh at it and go, there is no conspiracy. There isn't, honestly. But these things just do add up, and then you're sort of left with no other alternative argument, right? Dean Mainwaring says, any team but City, that would have been given a pen. Yeah. Pep's interviews are getting better, and love how passionate he is. Yeah, he's very subtle now. How annoyed would we be if it ended 1-1 with that ridiculous non-decision? And that was the thing, Shedders. That was what Graham Souness was saying once he full time, and he said, you know, in a different situation, that could have been 1-1. That could have been a defining moment in a very important game. And VAR has just completely made an absolute cock up of it. And, you know, my question being is, I wonder what Pep says to Foden in the future. Will he say to him, fair play to you, Phil, at least you try to stay on your feet, keep doing that, mate, you know, and be honest? Or will he say to him, come on, mate, this day and age with this garbage, nonsense, bloody referees and VAR, PGMOL, rules and everything else, you've got to be cuter. You've got to be smart. And if you touch your foot, go down. Because I'm sure if you touched your foot and went down, chances are he would have given it a penalty and VAR wouldn't have overruled John Moss. But John Moss is such a garbage referee that it ended up going to VAR, and it was agreed with John Moss that it wasn't a penalty. And so it is bizarre. It is really bizarre. Nice shirt, Andy. Thank you, mate. It's not a City shirt. Sorry, I apologise for not wearing a City shirt. Colin Hendry's mugging Hinchcliffe off on Twitter. I know I posted that earlier, about an hour or so ago. Yeah, he had a right go, didn't he, at Hinchcliffe? Hinchcliffe was disappointed Saints went in at half-time losing. I know it was a weird one tonight, because I've listened to Andy Hinchcliffe quite a lot and think, actually, he's pretty decent. But tonight, I don't know what was going on. Leipzig are trash. I can only assume Liverpool are winning, are they? How was KDB tonight? Did he play well? He played all right, but got 2 goals. Great result, lads. Home and dry. Not yet. Tim Smith, not yet. Foden will dive in the next game, still won't get a pen. Yeah, and that's the problem then, Leonard, isn't it? Because what will happen then is the media will turn around and say, Foden's a diver, he's a cheat, and put him in a category of a Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, that type of thing. And that's not the player he is. And this is the conundrum for players. And this is the problem, all driven by shit refereeing and shit VAR officiating of the game. And it's a shame for the players because they don't know where they stand. That's what's annoying. That's what's annoying for me anyway, because I like to see players stay on the feet and not go down. But the players don't have a leg to stand on. No pun intended, but they don't know whether they're coming or going. It's like, you know, what's the best thing to do? Do I go down? It's the only way to guarantee a pen, and I'm called a cheat, or do I stay on my feet? And then the players going, "You're naive. Why don't you just go down?" It's a tough one. Addy says he didn't miss, mate. It was bang on target, an unbelievable save from Navas. Leipzig are so silly. Hi, all in the chat. Great win. Smash the like, please. Thank you, Tim. I'm mugging Sir Alan off on mcfcfantv. Are you both on the train going into the city? I don't think Phil will start diving. I don't think he will either. I don't think he's that type of player. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think Pep will be one to say dive. The conspiracy is that after all the time they've had, the system can't get it right. And that's the problem, innit? That's the problem, Jacket Man. By all, great result. Thank you, Tim Smith, and thank you for coming on, buddy. Really do appreciate it. Mark Phelan said, old school City, Andy, 1 game at a time for me. 9 to go in the league. Yeah, 1 game at a time. Hinchcliffe supports crew. Alex, yeah, around the corner from me. Yeah, and like I said, I thought Hinchcliffe has generally been okay every time I've listened to him. But tonight, with Martin Tyler, I thought he was poor. I thought he was really poor commentating. But anyway, on to 2-1. Mahrez. What a finish. What an absolute brilliant finish from Riyad. He took that ball, waited and waited, skipped past the player. I mean, and the difference being, and this is the difference, and this is what I've always been saying about Mahrez playing in that inside role a bit more. He took the ball to the right of the goal. That's where he took the ball, 25 yards out. And now he was more central, cuts in, and he can curl the ball with the outside of his left foot. When he's really out wide outside the box, he struggles. He really does struggle generally. But anywhere around the outside of the box, brilliant. What a brilliant finish. It was absolutely superb. Addy says, Mahrez was world-class tonight. Blew me away. What a performance. He was excellent tonight. Really, really good. Probably a bit pissed off with Pep that he didn't manage to get a hat-trick, but you can't complain about that. He gets a rest, and the way it's going, it could be 7 on the run he plays against Fulham. Both Mahrez goals were classy, were very good. Thought McCarthy was poor today on both goals. Yeah, probably could have done better, but maybe he was a bit blindsided. Mahrez, the best. He was the best tonight. I agree with that. Etalon DZ. Andy, did you see the run for KDB to allow Mahrez to score on his left? Absolutely brilliant. It was. I mean, he did. He tried hard tonight, Kevin. Got 2 goals. Can't complain too much. But I didn't think he had his best of games. But we'll take 2 goals from him every day of the week. I think that Foden should play on the left because Bernardo on the left was more useless than usual. Bernardo Mahrez and Bernardo Gundo works better. Okay. Did you notice how the ref allowed all the kicking City players got, but blew up if City players did something similar? The ref was for them, in my opinion. You reckon? It certainly looked like it tonight. But anyway, what a brilliant finish. Made it 2-1. And then we had 3-1 with Mahrez. Lovely little jink inside and out. Curled the shot again from inside the area. Hit the post, came out. And there was Ilkay Gundogan, Silky Ilkay, to tap home from a few yards out, and was the one who was reading the danger. All the Southampton players just stopped, but Gundogan was sniffing out that goal. Yeah, brilliant. 3-1 to City. Shedder says Mahrez was excellent tonight. He was very, very good tonight. Mahrez is now turned up at least every other game. DZ Power says Mahrez the best. Same Ming Wong says Charlie. I'd sell Raz before Riyadh. Chris Baker. Yeah, piss off. 4-1 Foden to Mahrez. And then what a great finish again. I mean, really poor defending to give him that much time, especially after he scored, the first one. And then give him that much time to just, put it onto his left foot. And curl it into the bottom corner. That made it 4-1. Another brilliant bit of touch, a nice little touch from Foden. 4-2. What were your thoughts on the conceding that second? I thought Bernardo's touch was appalling. Really, really poor. But at the end of the day, they scored. We're thinking 4-2. If I was to get another one now, could be tight this. But luckily, a wonderful, wonderful ball from Kyle Walker. What a brilliant ball. It was like a 35-yard ball. Whizzed in at pace into Phil Foden. He took a touch. Kevin De Bruyne nutmegged their defender and then finished it in the bottom left-hand corner. Made it 5-2. And we had other chances. Ferran Torres missed a few as well. But 5-2, we can't complain about that, can we? Looks like both Ronaldo and Messi are going out of the Champions League once again. Yeah, that could be his last Champions League game for Barcelona. Chris said, I said, you buy one, you get one free. How much to sell Mendy this summer? I don't know. We've talked about that to death. Menu one. We'll probably be lucky if we got 20 million for him, if I'm being honest. 100 people on, get the lights up, people. Thank you. If you want to, please. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, hit that bell icon. And if you're on now, give it a thumbs up. It takes you less than a second. Go down below, hit that thumbs up button. The Mahrez headlight trick is really working lately. Defenders seem to go blind to his runs. I've heard that Mahrez is going to Chris's for dinner. Boring City, says Leonard. Chris says, Mahrez is welcome here. I'd sort him right out. Hit the subscribe button, says Sean. And Chris will give Mahrez a hug. He would really. Chris is just, it's like all of us. We don't hate players. Hate that word. I hate that word when people say, oh, I hate him, I hate him, I hate the other. We just call out our own opinions on what we see of a game. Now, like I said, if I dislike Mahrez, I would be saying, Mahrez was a bit lucky tonight, or making excuses for him. I've said for the last few games, Maris has been done really, really well. And tonight I thought it was superb. I thought it was absolutely brilliant tonight. But on the games where he hasn't been, we'll call it out. I mean, for me tonight, I thought Bernardo was very, very average. I thought his touches were okay-ish, not like a normal Bernardo performance, but he was playing in a different role and switched around from a false nine and moved in out to the left and switching with Foden. But I didn't think he was great tonight, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think Kevin De Bruyne was great tonight, but got 2 goals and was instrumental in a couple of the other goals. Defensively, people have been absolutely slating Kyle Walker, and I'm thinking, I don't know what game you're watching. I thought Walker was all right tonight, putting that wonderful ball for Kevin De Bruyne's second goal. I thought he was all right tonight. I thought Laporte and Diaz were both okay. I thought Zinchenko first half was a little bit so-so, but second half I thought he was excellent as well. I thought Gundogan probably not had a shout-out. I was looking at Gundogan quite a lot tonight and thinking, first half looks a little bit, but again, second half, some of his balls and interplay in the midfield and moving the ball forward quickly, I thought was superb. You know, winning tackles on the edge of the box. And I thought Gundogan was very good tonight. Really, really good. I thought Phil Foden was excellent. I think they gave Phil. Did they give Phil Foden man of the match? I think on Sky Sports. I wouldn't give it Phil Foden. I would have given it Riyad Mahrez. But if Mahrez weren't playing tonight, yeah, I probably would have given it Phil Foden. I thought he was very, very good. I thought the likes of Torres when he came on was a bit sloppy, but then he's not had much game time. So he's gonna need time as well. I thought Aguero came on, did all right, run around a bit more than we've seen him of late, and got that shot in, and we've seen him score from those angles and a good save by the keeper. But yeah, overall you can't complain. 5-2 against Southampton at home, another win, and that takes us into the game against Fulham, which should be interesting. But I'm going to finish off. I'm going to leave the play ratings and things like that. I'll just look at the overall tonight. Match stats were 58% possession for City, 42 to Southampton, 17 shots for City against 11 for Southampton. We had 10 on target. They had 6, 5 corners each, and 6 fouls versus 4 fouls for City. Player ratings, I did have a quick scan at the player ratings on the MEN. Simon Bajowski, some of them I definitely disagree with. I think we're a little bit harsh. But let me go back to your comments and then I'm going. One other thing I will do. Foden mentioned the pitch was very muddy. Must admit, I don't know what's happened to City's pitch. I know this is the fourth game on the run we played on that pitch. I don't think I've seen the pitch at the Etihad look as poor and cut up as I have seen. I've seen in a long time. It looks in a real bit of a mess. I don't know what's happened there. Whether they've tried to re-sew it and it's not really taken, or there should be no excuse for rain and things like that. I mean, let's face it. In the last game you saw just prior to kickoff, there were water in the pitch like mad. So it's nothing to do with rain. It just seems like they've sown some new grass in and it's not taken. It looks a bit of a mess. It was quite grey, patchy, certainly around the outside of the centre circle. So yeah, it didn't look great. But hey, I think most of us would have taken that in our youth as a bowling green compared to what we played on. So I guess. We're not as needy as some of today's players. Foden mentioned pitch was muddy. Sorry, just read that. Jacket man, Mahrez was poor against United. For me, man of the match against Wolves. Mahrez form equals #haircut. Gundogan was very good. I thought Gundogan was very good, but quietly went about his business. Charlie, the going out mate. Joseph, do you believe Ake could solve our left back problem, or is Zinchenko the man going forward? I don't think, Joseph, you can take it away from Zinchenko at the moment. I really don't. It's his position to lose, but the problem being is that we rotate. So don't be surprised to see a Mendy in there or an Ake in there and a Cancelo on the right, and Walker drops out and goes and rests. There'll be lots of rotation. I think the days under Pep Guardiola, I think those days of seeing 7, 8, 9 7, 8, 9 games of players playing in exactly the same position every single game for 7, 8, 9 games. They're gone, I think. Especially when we're in 4 competitions, 4 cup competitions, and obviously the league and the Champions League and everything else. I think Pep said tonight, players need games. I've got to keep everybody happy. And I think you'll see a massive rotation. I really do. So Ake, I think, could quite easily play there. Don't get me wrong. Laporte can play there. Cancelo can play there. Zinchenko can play there as well. So I think we'll see lots of different changes. And I don't think it's to the detriment of anybody who's played there, unless they've had an absolute shocker. I mean, you saw Cancelo be brought off against United. I thought he had a poor game and was probably the right decision to bring him off. But prior to that, Cancelo's been absolutely phenomenal at right back. His false 8 role and left back and everything else. So I can honestly see against Fulham, Cancelo be back in the team, whether it be left back or right back, I'm not sure, but I can see him being in, and maybe Zinchenko gets rested, or Mendy comes in and Cancelo plays right back. Horses for courses. Pep will work out how he wants to play against Fulham and pick the team accordingly. Yes, Mahrez is good. Chris, Foden deserves more game time. I think, I think. I'll be honest with you, Chris. I do think Pep is probably just reserving him and giving him the odd game, because I think when it comes to the big games, I really do think Foden will play. The big games I'm talking about, the next round of the Champions League, if we go through. I'm thinking about the Carabao Cup final. I think those type of games, I think Foden will play in. I think he's just, giving the others a chance, and I think Foden is his main man. I'll be honest. Well, in my opinion, 3 players I'm concerned, Andy: Gabi, Raz, and Torres. I don't know how you can be concerned about Raz. I really don't. Sorry, Leonard. I don't get Gabi. Maybe Torres. Maybe, but we haven't seen enough. I don't know how you can be concerned about Raheem Sterling. You only have to look at his figures, mate. I mean, let's just go. Raheem Sterling. Let's have a look at Raheem Sterling's stats this season. Let's see. Raheem Sterling has played 36 games. 36 games as a winger. 13 goals, 10 assists. And that worries you. That worries you. 13 goals and 10 assists in 36 games. As a winger, any club will take that all day long, and the season is nowhere near over yet. Still got loads of Premier League games, cup games, you name it, Champions League games, etc. Don't be surprised if Raz gets 20 goals at least this season, and on the back of 31 last season, he gets 20 this season. Most clubs will take that every day of the week. So I've got no concern whatsoever. Foden is better than Raheem. 2 different players, mate. Sterling doesn't concern me, said Joseph. Addy said Jesus can be either show up massively at Madrid last year, Southampton, Centurions, or he can be total buffoon. I don't know whether I call him a buffoon, but I get what you're saying, Addy. Raheem is not dependable in the big moments. I wonder who you support. Torres not seen much of him, but he's slightly better than him. Torres has not seen much of him, but he's slightly better than him. Better than who? I like Raz's fitness, but in Champions League, those 3 players can lose our game in key moments. I believe it's now 5 wins and a draw needed. I believe so. If in doubt, let's talk about how bad Raz is, even when he hasn't played. Bring back Buster Phillips. I know. I don't get it, Ross. I really don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't get it. I really don't. Like I said, 13 goals, 10 assists in 36 games. And people I know on Raheem Sterling's back, and he didn't even play tonight. It baffles me. It really does baffle me sometimes. But hey, I guess we all Sterling didn't play tonight. Pep's Pep. Yeah, he is. He loves him. 44 goals. 44 goals in a season and a half. He's got. That's why he's Pep's Pep. And what a signing we got from Liverpool. What bargain. 40-odd million quid. It's worth about £150 million now. What a bargain we got from Liverpool. We absolutely pulled the pants down and slapped their arse when we got Raheem Sterling from Liverpool. If only Liverpool had a Raheem Sterling in the team now, they might be winning some games instead of going 6 on the bounce at home. But anyway, Barca failed to reach the quarterfinals. Yeah. Ross says, why was it only 5-2? It's not good enough that we're top of the league and still in all 3 cup competitions. If I had a paper ticket, I'd run the pitch and tear it up. And a day whether Ross agrees or not is an opinion. Absolute, Leonard, absolute opinion. It's I just don't. I mean, if there was something to show for it, I would probably agree with you. I just don't see how somebody who scored 13 goals and 10 assists in 36 games as a winger, how we can now be sort of like talking about him as, well, maybe we need to get rid of him, or maybe he's not good enough, or somebody saying here they think Torres is better than Raheem Sterling. It's like, well, what? Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. It is all about opinions, I guess. Lasagna, probably the best autocorrect ever. I thought that when I saw it. That miss versus Leon was shocking and in nightmares tonight for me. Yeah. Messi to City is on. Choo, Don Hutchinson. We need to get Don Hutchinson on the stream, don't we? And it says Raheem Sterling is top of the lasagna. Brilliant, Abby. Love it. Still have nightmares about the times he had that. Oh, man, come on. Jesus Christ. I could give you nightmares about the way Sergio Aguero and Kevin De Bruyne have played against certain teams over the times, but it's that's the past. It is what it is. Top of the lasagna, there you go. That's a new one, hashtag lasagna. There you go. I was going to say, you've put it up already. The new word for league now, from now on, is hashtag lasagna. Sterling is a flop. Of course he is, Etalon DZ. We know you support. Well, your player's been pretty much of a flop since he joined City, but certainly we've got to give him a little bit of credit, because the last sort of 4 or 5 games has been absolutely superb. And I thought tonight he was brilliant, Riyad Mahrez, absolutely brilliant. Let's hope he can do that week in, week out, because that's what we spent 60 million on, not what we've seen for the last 3 years. But Liverpool forever, geez, are you really slow? Hashtag lasagna, there you go. Hashtag haircuts. What's coming up next? Hashtag Bellend. Hashtag delicious. Martin Atkinson, VAR official, a joke like the ref. It was appalling. But anyway, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That way you'll be notified when new videos come out. I'm sure Tom will be back tomorrow doing a player ratings, and that should be interesting. What score will Riyad Mahrez get tomorrow? Will it be an 8? Will it be a 9? Will the DZ fanboys come all over us and give him a 10? I shouldn't really say that. That sounded a bit weird, didn't it? Really weird. But anyway, great show. Thank you, Charlie. Take care. And give it a thumbs up before you go. And happy days, 5-2, and we're still complaining. Unbelievable.